We be live. Hello, Durud and Shalom. I told you I'll be
Welcome,
back.
everybody. I'm back. You guys didn't lose me. In fact, I have a lot of things to share with you about where I was yesterday and what I was doing. But today is June 22nd, and the Islamic Republic delegation has returned or is returning to the Islamic Republic as we speak, and they have some tough challenges facing them. Some really tough challenges. They're going to have to come out and explain to their own followers that even though they said, hey, we got it all. We got all that. We got the 300 billion, the frozen assets, the sanctions removed, the oil waivers. We got them to stop fighting in Lebanon. When in reality, the reality is quite different than that. So they're gonna have to come home and tell their own followers what the lies and how to spiel it to them. And we'll go through the Telegram actually in a bit, and we'll tell you what the Islamic Republic followers are really thinking and saying, because it's quite different. So these rifts are probably only going to grow within the Islamic Republic. And we're also going to cover the Belgium versus the Islamic Republic game, as well as a couple of other things. So let's get straight to it. And before that, we already got a couple of super chats here. So starting off here with the Persian American who became a YouTube member. Thank you very much. That's Noah from our discussion group. And Mushjun, who says, I know it was one day, but I missed you guys. Yeah, I wasn't able to be here yesterday, but I checked for a second and I knew that Armin, you were streaming. I was really tempted to type in like, oh man, big fan, like into the chat.
There you go.
And Noah with the super chat said, I DM'd you a funny video, Armin. I hope you like it. Oh, where did you DM him?
I will
yeah,
check
so
that.
I'm back.
Yeah, there you go. Ali is back. People thought I got rid of you.
Yeah. We had those. No, I'm kidding. So, guys, these talks that happened today, I'm sure that you've heard about them so far. Oh, there we go. I'm sure you guys have heard about them so far, but basically, Scott Bessent posted today and said that in line with the ongoing productive talks in Switzerland, so between the Islamic Republic of Iran and the United States, Iran has committed to a free and open transit in the Strait of Hormuz and allowed the United Nations IAEA to come and inspect their nuclear facilities. These are just words, but as a result of these promises, Scott Bessent has issued a temporary 60-day license so that the Islamic Republic can sell any and all oil products or petrol products that they would want. But there is a caveat to this. And the caveat is, so this lets the Islamic Republic to produce, ship, sell its oil, okay? They had a lot of their oil already on ships. They just need to find some buyers and that's it, right? So the first few million barrels, they're going to get billions from, okay? But, and right before I read this, my personal opinion is that their production was damaged to some extent, and they're going to have a lot of people come in and repair this, which we already knew was going to be an expensive and time-consuming piece. So their production, even if they are allowed to sell their oil for a long period of time, their production may not go back to what it was before the war. But they will still get billions from this oil. There's a caveat to it, though. They can sell their oil to anyone. The way it goes back to them, the way the money goes back to Tehran, is through legitimate means. They cannot use money laundering or any fraud or anything like that. No shadow fleet business. Everything has to be legit. We know that the Islamic Republic largely uses shadow fleet tankers to do this. So even if the money is coming back, it's traceable because it's legit. This is why Scott Bessent made it like this, so that he knows exactly which bank and which company is working with the Islamic Republic for 60 days. After this period, and this can be extended, obviously, but at some point it's going to end. When it ends, these companies have to weigh. They know that this is a temporary waiver, and they will be doing legitimate business with the Islamic Republic, who will be sanctioned again and labeled as terrorists. So this is going to limit the buyers. Now, China is still going to come in and sweep as much oil as they possibly can, but that is the caveat to this, basically.
Well, I mean, they are getting I mean, this is the first time the Islamic Republic gets to sell its oil in the free markets without discount in US dollars. And it's like even if they go back to sanctions back then, it will be without the blockade, it would just be just like before, discounted price to China continue. But this is a huge boost of money right now to the Islamic Republic. Huge. Like millions of let me actually I have the number. Where is the number? So I'll find it, but somewhere here. Okay, here. 36 million barrels. So they already, just as soon as the restrictions were removed, this is already done, by the way. Like, this is not something that is happening. The Islamic Republic exported approximately 36 million barrels of crude oil since just 7 days ago, according to maritime intelligence firm Tanker Trackers, underscoring the rapid return of oil shipments following the partial easing of restrictions. And again, without sanctions, this hasn't happened for ever, as much like for as long time. With no sanctions in US, in the free markets, with no discount or anything like that. So it's not just a blockade has been removed. It has the blockade and the sanction has been removed, which apparently I didn't know this, because I thought that you need Congress approval for this to be able to remove sanctions. And I was wrong about this. The president doesn't need Congress for a temporary pause on sanctions. The executive branch can act alone using two tools. Tool number one, built-in waivers. Congress usually includes national security waivers in its laws, allowing the president to temporarily suspend sanctions. That's one. Also, executive orders. Most specific U.S. sanctions were created by presidential executive order, not by Congress. The president can unilaterally pause what they created. Congress can only stop it by passing a new veto-proof law to strip the president of this waiver power. So apparently, the White House can remove sanctions, and the Islamic Republic has just been injected with a lot of cash, like a lot of cash, directly with the USD. Like, this is big money going to IRGC.
Yeah, so this is exactly what they're doing with this 60-day waiver that they can sell their oil. Now, this, as you just said, it's temporary. It can't last forever. It can be extended to a certain amount. Then Congress has to vote for it, and Congress can't really vote for it. Their hands are tied on that part, because the IRGC are still a terrorist organization. They'd have to renounce them as a terrorist organization, which Congress would never vote to do that. But there's loopholes. There's loopholes that, me and you would never even know or think about. So I'm not saying nothing's possible. This seems like they're going to get between $4, $5, $6 billion from the oil that they've sold so far.
Yeah.
Which is a huge amount. So this amount, I don't know if that's going to reach the low level people to keep them from being unhappy, but it's going to give them enough cash to do whatever they need to do in the short time being, whatever it is that they choose. So yes, this is pretty much throwing them a lifeline in exchange, financially, in exchange for supposedly letting the IAEA inspectors into Iran. We'll see if that actually happens. I don't know how soon or how long.
They already said that that's not happening. The IRGC
Yeah.
just came out recently saying that's fake. We're not doing that.
Yeah. And that's a regular pattern, Donald Trump and JD Vance and the US comes and says, yes, Iran's agreed to this. And then the Islamic Republic comes and says, we never said that. That's not happening. It's never happening.
So we'll
So
see if
that's what I was thinking. Araghchi came out and said all this. He's like, oh, we got everything. I'm like, okay, so what did you give in return? And then the US came out and was like, yep, we got them to say IAEA inspectors are allowed in. And I'm like, but what?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. This violates the idea that we're going to give them money based on behavior. because the IAEA inspectors are still not there in Iran. You got a pinky promise from the Islamic Republic that they will be allowed in later, and they already got the money. You already injected around $4 billion into IRGC. You were supposed to, that money was supposed to, like, you like we were supposed you said you're going to wait for behavioral changes. Is the behavioral change the promise of the IAEA? Like, JD Vance is going around and saying like, oh yeah, they agreed. Well, the agreement means nothing until they're actually in Iran and continue to be in Iran and observing things and monitoring things. The agreement means nothing. You just took their words for it, and then the cash has been released already in USD, and there we go. So there's that.
Their strategy is that now that they've dangled this carrot in front of the Islamic Republic, they're like, look, we waived your oil for 60 days. You can sell as much as you want, but we're going to keep track of every transaction that goes on. The United States is hoping that this is the carrot, that this keeps the Islamic Republic at the negotiating table. This is what the US, I'm not saying this is me, guys. This is literally what the US believes. This is their strategy with this. Give them the reward first and hope it keeps them on the negotiating table. That is clearly what they are doing.
Yeah, but they're eating the carrot already. Like, anyways, okay.
Yeah. So the only thing is that
It was
President Trump,
supposed to be based on behavior, and we haven't
it
seen the
should have been.
behavioral change, and they got the money anyways.
They should have. Yep. It should have been the behavior first because they've been saying that. So a lot more. It's really frustrating. So here's what Trump can do. He's hoping that this keeps him on the negotiating table. He can remove the waiver whenever he wants. That's it. That's the plan. That's the plan. Now, at the same time, about the Swiss talks, the White House is really pushing all of this onto JD Vance. So everything that JD Vance has come out and said, the White House is making it seem like it's only him saying it. Trump has nothing to do with these negotiations, and JD Vance is being set up to be the fall guy, the same way that Pezeshkian is being set up to be the fall guy. If things go wrong, guys, which I would be really surprised if things went wrong.
Do you have anything to show that
I
this is what they're
do.
doing? Okay, with JD Vance. Okay.
This is the official White House. Here, I'll show you. This is the official White House, and this is Vice President Vance. All of the statements are like this, and Trump came out and made those threats. I think it was a couple days ago, which is not really helping the negotiations. It just seems to me like he's the one that is like, I'm the talk guy. I'm going to go talk with them. This is all me. Oh, you're muted.
But it's being posted by the White House as if the White House is backing this. But like, I don't see it that way.
Yep.
People are like, "Oh, JD Vance is gonna do pushing him." Like, it's not like Pezeshkian, because Pezeshkian was speaking of himself. It's not like the office of Mushtaba Khamenei was posting his statements. The fact that this is being posted by the White House means that the White House is endorsing this.
Yeah, they do. Of course they do. He's the vice president.
Okay, so
but it's not like Trump
I
is
know,
reposting
but it's not analogous to Pezeshkian, okay? Because if it's being endorsed by the White House, that means that if Vance screws up, it will also be the White House screwed up. The only way they would be like Pezeshkian is that if Pezeshkian said that we needed to do an MOU, that statement would be posted by the website of the Supreme Leader, which is not. That's why I'm saying, like, the White House is fully backing JD Vance right now. So if he falls, so does the White House.
Yes, but he was the one he was the face of this, is what I'm trying to say. It's not the exact same as Pezeshkian,
Right.
but he is the face of this deal. Like, the person who will get the most shtick for this, Trump's going to get shtick no matter what. He's going to get criticism no matter what. But this guy's been sticking out his neck, and he's not been saying or doing too many right things here. So hopefully JD Vance wisens up and learns the way of the Shia Muslim world. but I don't think that's going to happen. And largely, people have been thinking that he's being looking like a fool lately. In fact, in what he's been saying, he actually you saw him get snubbed by the Qatari. What was it their prime minister?
Prime.
Yeah,
Yep. But people are
yeah.
saying that was maybe taken out of I don't know if not the Qatari. Sorry, I said you Pakistan. Amir, Qatari Amir. Okay, Sheikh
Yeah.
or Amir? Is it Sheikh? Guys, for Qatar, is it Sheikh or is it Amir? I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyways, but I don't know if that was clipped out of context or whatever. But we'll see. It did look really bad though.
Yeah, it looked really bad.
I did show it.
So traffic. Sorry, what did you say?
No, what traffic? What?
The Strait of Hormuz traffic.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so yesterday, 5 vessels. The Strait of Hormuz had 5 vessels. That's it. That's the strait is completely closed. Like 5 vessels is nothing.
So Sketchy was telling us that the reason why the traffic in Strait of Hormuz went down is because for insurance prices just went up. I don't know what, or something like that.
Yeah. Well, this is not look good. The whole point of the United States doing this entire charade is being destroyed because 5 ships went through the strait yesterday, 26 the day before. So this is lower than when America was carrying out Project Freedom Plus in secret.
Inserver is saying they should switch to all states. Oh, that's good. Oh my god, yep. Yeah, see, Sketchy, Fleshy is saying, yep, insurance rates shot up. That's the reason. Interesting.
Okay, so the Islamic Republic has roughly 67 million barrels of oil. Actually, no, sorry. This is 67 million barrels in total stranded in the Persian Gulf. So that's about $9 billion. How much of that is the Islamic Republic's? I don't know because it's hard to say. They don't have exact it's not like they're flagged out of Iran.
They have how much? How many did he say?
So in total, out of all the ships stranded in the Persian Gulf, there's 67 million barrels in total. How
60,
much
how
of
many?
that? 67 million.
67? So you're saying
67.
that because I just read you that since June 15th, the Islamic Republic managed to export 36 million.
Okay, so then this 67 is probably the Islamic Republic's oil that we know of. So that's 8 to 9 billion.
After the 36 is out? After 36 is out or before?
That's a great question.
I don't know.
Here's the thing. I just don't see how these numbers are entirely accurate. There's probably like ballpark-ish, but to find an exact number.
But 36 million barrels in 7 days is huge. Like given the traffic that I'm seeing, like because the traffic was not that high, they managed to get 36 million barrels out in that short of a time.
That's what I'm thinking. Is that okay? So what was it?
These
3 days ago?
Must be really big tankers if that much oil got out.
3 days ago, there was 50-ish ships that transited on 1 day. So it's saying that half of those ships were from the Islamic Republic. That's I don't know.
I mean, that's believable if the U.S. blockade managed to only keep the Islamic Republic tankers in, and everywhere else was going through because of the U.S. helping them to get out. Maybe what was left in the Persian Gulf was mostly from the Islamic Republic.
Yeah, I'm gonna check side by side, Najods.
Fine. Thanks in a bit. Oh my god, Feinstar is so upset.
Hmm.
She's saying Trump probably escorted them out personally. Oh my god. Oh no. Yes. Yeah.
Damn. This person's been beefing with me on X, and we'll get to that in a bit. Actually, it's kind of related to something. But yeah, so those are that's pretty much the talks on the money front. Then we have the Lebanon issue. So the Lebanon issue. Oh, Texas
Wait,
troop.
you want to read? Yeah, here we go.
Texas troop saying non-Iranian crude is about 90 million barrels of oil from neighboring Gulf nations that remain held in floating storage or stranded tankers. Okay, so
Oh,
90 million in
those are,
total.
yeah, in total, but that's, okay, that's a lot. Guys, there's a lot of oil that hasn't gotten out yet.
Yeah.
If, yeah.
That is a lot. I mean, at the end of the day, the amount of money that the Islamic Republic lost is still way
Oh,
more than this. But I hate, and I'm completely frustrated that they even get this, because in my opinion, this is completely unnecessary. I feel like there had to have been a better way.
and here's a Texas trip with the second more for mornings.
So the previous one was 90 something million barrels a day, or sorry, 90 million in total. So and then Iranian crude oil is about 68 million barrels. Okay. Man, these are impossible to get exact numbers on these. Just impossible.
But
But
no, I
that's the
think
ballpark.
Morningstar is a good start. No, Morningstar is a good start. So, so that's 68 from the Islamic Republic, which energy analysts note is poised to flood global markets as export waivers take effect. So
Yeah.
export
China's going to
waivers,
swoop that up.
yeah. I mean, it was better for China when the sanctions were on. You know, the sanction removal is not going to help China because with the sanctions, the Islamic Republic couldn't sell this to anybody except China. Now, with the sanction removal for the Islamic Republic, everybody's going to buy. And that means that the Islamic Republic doesn't have to sell it as a discount anymore. They will sell it at full price.
Yes. If the banks are willing to do business with the Islamic Republic, knowing that in 60 days the waiver could be gone and that's it.
Yeah, they will. They will. It's a fungible. Oil is oil, right? It's
Okay.
fungible.
Yeah, I mean that's just the risk that they will probably take. It's up to them.
There's no risk. You buy it. You buy it when there's no sanctions, and once the sanctions are back, you won't buy.
The only downside is you go on record with the United States Treasury having done business with a terrorist organization.
You had
That's
a
the only
U.S.
thing.
waiver. There was a waiver. They
For
will be
now,
safe.
yeah. For now.
Yeah, but if the sanctions come back, nobody's going to punish them or hold them accountable for buying oil from the Islamic Republic when there was a waiver.
So here's the thing: they get to buy maybe 2 rounds of oil because of the process. The process is generally like a month to get all
Yeah,
of the
that's like
financial
$4 billion.
transactions in order. Yeah,
That's
it
$4
is.
billion. Yeah.
So China is still going to guzzle the majority of this oil.
In fact,
In
if
my
I was
opinion.
Islamic Republic, I wouldn't sell it to China. I would like, hey, I'll give you. You're gonna get back on. Like, I would sell it to China, but I would try to sell to other people because China will always be there when the sanctions are back. So let me skip. So I would,
Yeah,
if I
I
was
would too.
Islamic Republic, I would be like, let me get some other customers because China will be there when the sanctions are back. I need to, like, now that the sanctions are not there, I should sell to other people.
Yeah, I mean, you might piss off China, but at the same time, I think they also get to sell their oil at full market price, no discount.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the discount was because of the sanctions. So without the sanctions, it would be the full market price. This is like a really good payday for the Islamic Republic. That's what it is.
Yeah. So terrible move if this is what's actually happening. Don't agree with giving them a reward first.
Yeah, I mean, you have them cornered. If you have them cornered, you should you should be able to, take more from them. I think it's the reason why they're doing this. I think it's not just because the Islamic Republic is because they really want oil prices to come down. I think
Yeah.
they're really. It's not about giving to the giving into the Islamic Republic, or not giving in. It's about flooding the global markets with oil. This is about flooding the global markets with oil. That's what this is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hmm.
Yeah, so this is not great in terms of the oil front. Yeah, but Lebanon. So Ghalibaf said that we're progressing on the Lebanon issue, and then he said, we're going to establish a zone, a deconfliction zone or something he called it, in Lebanon, where the IDF have to retreat from and they can't enter it ever again. So basically, what Israel is actually doing right now in creating a security zone, they want Hezbollah to make it so that the IDF can never come in. Never happening, ever in a million years.
Wow.
Then he said, right, then Trump threatened them, being like, oh, yeah, you're not going to go back to your country if you keep the strait closed. And Ghalibaf was like, oh, yeah, well, we're not going to talk to you. I'm not going to talk anymore. And then they actually went ahead and talked for 18 hours. And then they left a technical team behind to keep on talking. So I don't know about the regime supporters. I don't think they're going to like that. And Israel isn't even privy to this deal anyway. They're going to be like, we don't even, like, you can say whatever you want. We don't care. So Ghalibaf and I actually go back. They said we did all this. We did Lebanon. We got all the oil. We got the money. And then the reality is it's different from that. So they keep spinning their lies. They'll get criticized. We'll keep monitoring the Telegram group. But I know this. I know people are going to be like, if you had authority in these negotiations about Lebanon, then why is Israel still destroying Hezbollah? Why are they making a security zone? Why did the new foreign minister of Israel just come out and say that they're going to make the security zone and they'll never leave for as long as they have to? So they're going to have answers to all these questions.
I mean, it's Israel. It's not like Israel is just going to abandon its national security.
No. So that's the update on that. We can always come back to talk about that, but there's a clip from Lindsey Graham. I don't know if you guys covered it or not. I think you did. About how he said that if Trump's patient runs thin, we're going to go back to just like taking the Strait of Hormuz and everything. Okay, cool. So basically, guys,
you can do it again for people. Some people haven't seen it.
So basically, we can just talk about it real quick. Lindsey Graham comes out and says, and he's supposed to be the mouthpiece of President Trump for the sort of.
Is he though?
Supposed to be the mouthpiece for Donald Trump.
I wouldn't say.
And you wouldn't say so? Not anymore.
I don't know if he ever was the mouthpiece, but yeah, let's go with that for now. Let's assume that.
Okay. He's come out and said that if Donald Trump's, I had a 4.5-hour talk with Donald Trump, and here's what he thinks. If his patient runs thin, if the Iranians keep closing the strait, don't do what we want, this and that, we're going to go in and destroy them, take the strait, charge every ship that passes through 20% of their oil revenue for this protection. And if Iran wants to mess with that, we're going to obliterate them. That's basically what he said.
So this is either President Trump revealing the plan to him, or they sold to him this dream fantasy just so that he stops attacking President Trump. I mean, indirectly. Because Lindsey Graham attacks on President Trump are indirect. Lindsey Graham criticizes President Trump by praising him and then saying things that are obvious criticism that are not supposed to sound like criticism, right? And they are, it might be either that they told him that this is actually the plan and Lindsey Graham was like, holy fuck, this is amazing, let's do that. Or they just told him something to just keep him quiet until they do their own. Yeah, the sound, exactly. They do the exactly Texas troop. But do you want to show the statement? Because some people are saying, what statement? We want to play it?
Yeah, sure. So when I heard that, I was like, that just sounds way too good to be true. That is definitely not the real plan. Because again, why would you actually say your plan on TV like that?
Oh, yeah.
But to me, it was like, okay, one, we get Lindsey Graham to stop criticizing, and two, the Islamic Republic's going to hear this statement, and they're going to have the impression that we're keeping up pressure on them, and that's about it. I don't think this was the real plan, but here we go.
Let's try a diplomatic solution. I think it's going to fail. What happens next? I spent 4.5 hours with President Trump Friday. Here's what I think will happen next. If this deal fails, President Trump is going to take the Strait of Hormuz over by force. The United States will control the Strait of Hormuz. We'll charge a fee for all those who go through to pay for the operation. And we're going to expand the Abraham Accords in calendar year 2026. We're going to get Saudi Arabia to join the Abraham Accords, and which is the biggest change in 5,000 years in the Mideast. And if Iran contests control of the Strait of Hormuz by the United States, we'll obliterate them. So
he said this before Trump made that threat. So that part came true. But again, it was a threat. It's not an actual policy that has changed. So he said this. So this shows that he was told something before it actually happened, and it actually happened. But what happened was not what he's saying. What happened was President Trump's threat to the Islamic Republic.
Yeah, exactly. And again, why would you reveal that if that's the actual plan? So here we are in the Strait of Malacca. Let's see if Donald Trump is going to make good on that threat potentially, because a lot of open source intelligence analysts have found the USS Boxer, and they have seen it with its transponder on last towards heading out of the Strait of Malacca. So if it's heading this direction, it's going back towards CENTCOM. What people are hoping to see is that the next time they turn on its transponder, that it is much, much closer to Diego Garcia, which they believe it's going to there, or to directly meet up with the Abraham Lincoln or other such carriers. So let's see what happens. This was yesterday, it was spotted. Remember, guys, it was transponder has been off for quite some time. Yesterday, its transponder got turned on again. We saw that it's here and started moving this way. So let's see what happens.
So this might be something serious, or it might be a threat. So first of all, we could all. I was gonna pray to USS Boxer. I realize some people are gonna get offended by that. I'm no longer an atheist. I believe in a deity, and my deity is USS Boxer. Save us, USS Boxer. But anyways, this might be big deal, or maybe nothing at all. It might be because. Ali, why would they turn on their transponders and move to that direction? Right?
The same reason they had that nuclear submarine in the Mediterranean, to send a signal.
Yes. So basically, they're negotiating. You're like, look at this. We're coming. Oh, are we coming? I don't know. We might change our mind. So it might be just to get the upper hand in the negotiations, right? Or else, if you're trying to attack, maybe you would just turn off your transponders and move towards the Persian Gulf without turning it on. If you're turning it on, this is a message.
From Friday to Sunday night, the Americans are like hawks. We're gonna mess you up. Step out of line, we're gonna kill you. And then from Monday to Friday, they're like, oh man, everything's going great. We hope we have great talks today. Yeah, they closed the strait. Yeah, they're still hitting Israel, but we'll solve it. It'll be fine. Friday, Sunday, step out of line. We're gonna kill you. Yeah, that's just the cycle we've seen this entire time.
You know what I think the USS Boxer is? In horror movies, that ghost little girl that you see it here, and then all of a sudden you don't see it, and then it pops out exactly when you don't expect it. You're like, and then everybody gets a jump scare from this,
Yeah.
I think that's what the USS Boxer is. It's like you see it and then it turns it off, and now you don't know what it is. And then all of a sudden, if it shows up, it turns it on in the Persian Gulf. Is that basically a jump scare moment in a scary movie?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
All right. Oh, what is this?
Guys, for the first time since the war has begun, this is the Al Udeid, I think that's how you pronounce it, Al Udeid base, the United States Air Force base in Qatar. Before, on the left, we saw that they barely had any planes, pretty much just nothing. And now, all of a sudden, since yesterday, there's 12 refueling tankers that popped up out of absolutely nowhere. So this hasn't happened since the war began. Posturing or preparation? Who knows?
Or both.
Yeah. Could be anything at this
both.
point.
Why not? Why not? Why not both? Why not both?
Yeah.
Wait, what does that mean? The taco girl. Wait here. Okay, you should have this ready. You know what? This meme will apply to a lot of our discussions all the time. You know which meme I'm going for, right? Do you guys? Does everybody know what meme I'm going for? Anybody? Anybody? Mueller? Here. Hold on. Let me remove this. Yeah, this, when it comes to geopolitics, I think this is the most relevant meme that we could constantly use. Yes. I have to keep that in my back pocket.
Where's that from? I don't know it. Maybe I don't know. What movie is that?
It's not a movie, it was an ad.
Oh.
It was something about tacos or something. I forgot.
Brilliant.
It was back. It is like not your time. It was before your time, Eli. It's old. It's an old movie.
Before my time.
Before your time, yes.
So guys, that's the general posturing of the American military at the moment. Is that they're still flying a lot of tankers over the Persian Gulf at the moment, every day for the past 3 or 4 days, just to be ready or maybe posture. So there's that. They're bringing in more refueling tankers. The USS Boxer could be on the move, could not be on the move. Is this all posturing? We don't know. And all right, do you guys want to see the Islamic Republic of Iran versus Belgium? What happened with that yesterday?
Yes, let's do that. Should we? Let me just quickly go over the super chats.
Yeah,
before
go for
you
it.
do that. Okay, so Fleshy Interloper saying evening all. Thank you so much. Evening back at you, Fleshy. And then Kevin became a member. No, gifted a membership on Liberty Politics. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the gift, Kevin. And Justin with a super chat saying, if Trump is truly folding his hand, I believe there is one sign to look for. Our ships. As long as our ships stay in the region, he hasn't folded it. That's actually, I agree with that. If the ships stay, that means it's not over. And Jew Hater is back. He guys, Jew Hater ran out of money and then he had to save up and then come back. Jew Hater with this $2 super chat. That's what I thought. It's an any 12D chest over the past few days. Jew Hater, it doesn't take a 12D chess to fuck up your supreme leader. It was pretty straightforward. You know, the problem with your supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, who's still stuck in a fridge, is that it was not complicated at all. It was so easy to kill your supreme leader that they just had to go straight to over the Beta Bearing and then dead. That's how easy it was. It doesn't take 12D chess to fuck you guys up. And if I was you, I would come here exactly, this is the level of copium you need to recover from the fact that it was this easy to fuck up your supreme leader. And you still, I can't believe it, still have not buried him, still stuck in a fridge. Like
it took them 60 seconds.
Stinky, popsicle that nobody wants to eat anymore. All right. It's, oh my God, it's so fun to humiliate him like that. But yeah, let's go. Next.
Oh, wait, but before we do that, guys, so President Trump has come out and talked about the money that the Islamic Republic is going to be getting from selling their oil. Let's see what he has to say.
Okay, everybody. Any questions, please?
President from Colombia,
sanctions on Iranian oil today, sir? Treasury lifted sanctions on Iranian oil today.
Well, I'm going to have to find out exactly the status, but if the sanctions go out, money's going to be put into this country. All that money's coming back in the form of purchase of food, which they desperately need. They have 91 million people. They can't feed them. So the money that we lift is going to go to our farmers, largely to our farmers.
Can you ensure that the Iranians won't use profits from oil sales to rebuild their military?
Well, they're not supposed to be doing that, so we'll see, but they're supposed to use money to buy food for their people, because right now their people are very hungry, and they're buying it exclusively from us. Corn, soybeans, should be a lot of money. I hope.
Do you hear that? Look at this.
Profits from oil sales to rebuild their military.
Well, then.
What about the profits from the oil sales to rebuild their military?
Well, they're not supposed to be doing that, so. Well.
They're not supposed to be. They're not supposed to be. Well, let's. They are going to, and let's see what he does when they will.
Yeah.
So,
if the IAEA inspectors do come to Iran, if the money that is being released, the Islamic Republic doesn't have control over using it, and it has to be spent on American farmers, that would be infuriating for the pro-regime people. Like they're gonna lose their fucking mind.
and I get what they're going for. Trump wants them to spend that money on American farmers' food to go back to the Islamic Republic to feed regular people. I'm sorry. Does that not sound very hopeful? Like, that's something you do with one of your closest allies. Like, if they did this with the United Kingdom, Germany, France, I'd be like, Canada, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense, sure. But how are you going to trust the Islamic Republic to do that?
So what they're saying, which I don't know how true this is going to end up being, is that they're going to be able to see where the money is going. We'll see how true that is.
That's the idea with Scott Bessent's plan. I mean, he is a smart guy. We do know him to have that cunning in him. If this is up to him, this is his strategy. Let's see what he does.
I don't know. Guys, as much as Durka and retarded the Islamic Republic is, they do have a lot of experience when it comes to moving around money, right? So we'll see. But Americans have really good ability in monitoring where money comes from and tracking it. So, we have to see what happens. We don't know what's going to happen. We have to see what happens.
Exactly. So, guys, yesterday, the Islamic Republic of Iran in the World Cup played Belgium. Somehow, the Islamic Republic is the 20th ranked team in the world, and Belgium is somehow the number 9th ranked team in the world. Both of these rankings are complete garbage, and they should not be 9 and 20. Belgium should probably be more in like the 30s, and the Islamic Republic should be more in like the 70s. But anyway, we saw that Princess Noor Pahlavi come out with the statement, which is what we've all been wondering. Why does the World Cup and the free press bend over backwards to protect the Islamic Republic? She says that because cameras, audios, and every minute, like steward and person at the World Cup will do their best to come and confiscate the Lion and Sun flag from you, to blur it on TV, to cut off the audios, blur them if there's booing, and so forth. And why do we have to convince people? We should not have to convince anyone to care about the horrors this regime has inflicted on innocent Iranians for decades. So FIFA, this is something that is going to definitely, I mean, you guys were already known as one of the most corrupt organizations in the world. This has definitely sealed your fate in the eyes of Iranians. But did it stop people from booing and showing the Lion and Sun flag? Let's take a listen.
Het volk zit van Iran en dat wordt uitgejouwd. En zo hoort het ook, want het is het volkslied van een aantal gekken die er de leiding hebben.
This is a Belgian reporter. And in the background, you can see a mix of boos and cheering. There's a lot of boos there. This person, this Belgian reporter, I think it was, I mean, it wasn't French. I think it was either it was some other language. I don't know what it was, but he said Iran's national team is booed, and that's how it should be, because it's the national anthem of a bunch of lunatics who are running the show there. Hats off to him. In fact, he's not one of the only reporters around the world saying things like that. Prince Reza Pahlavi himself has posted this, his team, saying that in reference to the Lion and Sung National Uprising, an American network with over 46 million subscribers has said this.
A los jugadores que tienen que llegar horas antes del partido.
Claro, y además una situación complicada porque hay varias protestas afuera del estadio porque buscan mayor democracia en el país islámico. Sobre
You have to be careful with that because that's copyrighted stuff.
Yeah.
What would it
So guys,
I mean that
these guys in Spanish are saying that the players have a tough time because there's a lot of protests outside the stadium, particularly for those who support Reza Pahlavi. And he's been talking about this, who is backed by Iranians here. He's the last son of the Shah of Iran, currently in exile here. So a lot of people started talking about this. The boos were quite deafening, as someone who was there yesterday. So that goes on for a bit, but not only were they loudly booed, and every time the Islamic Republic was mentioned, you heard so much booing. But at the same time, the Islamic Republic's flag was seen there, as seen by this guy who posted this with the Lion and Sun flag at the stadium yesterday. Pretty cool guy here, if you ask me.
Oh
Yeah,
wow!
I think it's kind of cool. And I'm kidding,
Look
but
at
yeah.
that.
So we brought the flag here. I was booing them the entire time. I still didn't lose my voice. But
yeah, how did you? That's pretty. If I boot them a little bit, I would be like,
I noticed that, and I was like, wow, my voice is doing surprisingly well. And then I was like, oh, it's probably because I talk for at least 2 hours a day here.
Oh.
Whereas like I normally am like mute. I don't talk. So yes, I went to this game. I got my friend got he was supposed to go with his family. The family didn't want to go anymore.
Yes.
Got some of his friends, got a free ticket, went, brought the flag, booed as much as I could.
You brought the so oh guys, Ali broke the rules. Oh no. Good job.
Yeah, so I was wearing my
How did you do
outside
that?
the stadium. So I'll tell you. So I show up and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna. It's really hot in LA. It's super humid. It's really hot. So I wore a tank top. I show up because I did my research. There was supposed to be a protest outside of it of Iranians, and they were supposed to have shirts of the Javidnams, the slain protesters. They'd have pictures of them on the shirt, and you can go and get the shirt for free. Looks like FIFA took care of that because I didn't find it anywhere. I searched across half the stadium, took me like 45 minutes, didn't find them. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I went in, had the flag, lift up my tank top, bundled it in there, tucked it into my pants. I looked like I had a big belly, and I got in, and yeah, that was it. Then I brought it up.
Okay. Did anybody come to you to try to take the flag away from you?
No, they didn't. Other people, they did to other people, but I saw at least a dozen people in the stands come out and just start waving the flag, and I was too. And I'm doing all this, and yeah, Some people got confiscated. Like I did see one person's flag did get confiscated. Mine didn't. A lot of people didn't. I did see Islamic Republic flags, and yeah, I might have said a
What
few
was the
things here and
ratio
there.
of Islamic Republic flags
Oh
compared
yeah,
to
it was like 10
Right.
to 1, like 10 Line and Sun flags to 1 Islamic Republic flag. Yeah, it was crazy. It was great.
And were the people who were holding Islamic Republic flags, did they look Iranian or did they look Pakistani or Mexican or what did you?
Yes, good question. So I saw both. I saw some people who were Iranian or looked Iranian wearing them. But then when I was checking X, apparently there was also people. Oh no, did I remove this? Please tell me I didn't. Oh no.
It's okay.
Oh man. Where did I put it? So okay, basically some guy showed up to support the Islamic Republic of Iran who was not Iranian, and he had the flag on him, the Islamic Republic flag. But he didn't know. He didn't know anything. He just wanted to like show up and support a team that was not Belgium. He comes up and everyone is booing him and being like, "That's a terrorist flag. That's a terrorist flag. This and that." And there's this lady who's like next to him, like talking to him, being like, "That's a terrorist flag. Like, don't wear that. Like, blah blah. They killed so many people." And the guy kind of like, he like looks around and then like listens to the girl for a second, takes the flag, throws it on the ground, starts stamping on it. And then all the Iranians around erupt and cheer, and they're like, "Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
really? Find this,
yeah,
find this,
yeah."
find it.
So
Oh
I'm gonna
my
try and
god,
find
that's so
this.
good. That is so good. Really? That is
Yep,
beautiful.
yep.
Okay. Wow.
Oh
my
But
god.
while
I
we
wanna see
while
that.
we look for that, I would just like to put this image there.
What the hell is this? What am I
Yeah.
looking
So
at?
this was a play of the game. The Islamic Republic player fouls the Belgian player, and then he makes that gesture, which I reposted. I quoted it and I said muscle memory. But let me find this real quick.
What the fuck is this? What am I looking at? Ew, take that off. Okay, I'm gonna take off this off the screen. Oh, look at that.
Please, come on.
Wait, let me do so. I'll do super chats while you find it.
Yeah, go for it.
So Jew hater is saying, how hard will you cope when 20 oh my god. When 20 to 30 million people attend his funeral. Oh my god. Are you... Okay. Oh my god. You fucking retard. 20 to 30 million people wouldn't even fit in the streets. What the fuck are you on? Oh my god. Okay, Jew hater. One problem with hating Jews is that you couldn't even have a Jewish friend to do some math for you. Oh my god. Okay. Well, Jew hater, don't worry about me coping. You worry about your own coping. Given that millions of Iranian people showed up into the streets already, and they all shouted Javid Shah and Pahlavi will return. You go worry about your coping. 20 to 30 million people. You fucking idiot. Do you understand that when people in a city, even when 200,000 people show up in the streets, the streets won't have the capacity to hold that many people? 20 to 30 million people? You're retarded. You're actually retarded. I think I shouldn't attack you. I feel like I'm abusing a mentally handicapped person. Oh my god. All right, next let's go with another super chat. Oh guys, look at this. He went to $5 because we said like $2. Are you broke? His ego is like so weak. Okay. And when you tell him like, oh, $2, he goes up to $5. That's how predictable he is. And then BT, thank you so much for the super chat saying US sends Israel. Oh, BT June, by the way, we missed you. BT June we didn't see you in school. Where are you? I miss you. Come back. They're saying US sends Israel weapon. Okay. US sends Israel weapon coupons to control their spending, but can't send controlled coupons to the IRGC. Well, the problem is that Israel is an ally, so they abide by the rules. IRGC has all the incentives to try to cheat, so it's easy with Israel. Yeah. And then last super chat by Jew Hater saying, "We don't care what Shah regime remnants who fled post 79 did at a match in their Western home, LMAO. You and the 2.5 other people that you know that are pro-regime,
And why are you
and the
talking
half
about it?
being Mustafa Khamenei." Yeah, guys, Jew Hater, right? Ali has a good point. The best way to show people you don't care about something is to talk about it. Exactly. You care about it so little. You care about it so little that you made a super chat talking about it. Yeah, sure, buddy. Sounds like you're angry and you're trying to, what, I don't know, what is the word? It's a word that you keep using. Cope. All right. So let's go with the last super chat before we go to Ali. David Jones, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We found it.
Ooh.
All right. Close these. Here we go. You guys ready for this? It's gonna feel good.
That's so great.
So yeah, you can see like he's walking up.
Oh,
and
poor
the
guy.
Lady,
He didn't know.
the lady
Like,
next
oh,
to
what
him,
is this? Like, yes. She went
she's
and
talking to him.
explained.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's I love that woman. Go back, because like instead of just calling him out, she went and explained to him. That lady over there, yeah, poor guy, he didn't know. So don't call him a terrorist. This woman took the time to actually explain it to him, and he immediately did that. Yeah, poor guy. I know. Yeah, don't call him a terrorist. He didn't know.
Yeah.
He didn't know what he was doing. Good job. Good job to the.
Yeah.
Good job to him, but also good job to the woman who went and actually talked to him.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
You know, in addition to that,
Can you send that
there's
to me?
this-
Can you send that to me?
Oh yeah, of
Before
course.
you forget. Thank you.
Boom. Okay, guys, we have Alligrams coming up. The Telegram
Ooh,
infiltration
Alligrams,
messages
guys.
too.
Alligrams coming up.
So, you know, there's this person who attacked me for this, for going to that game. Yeah. Okay, there it is. So this is my post, right? This person, his name is Arabani. I mean, you can read that in Farsi if you want, but they said some not very nice things, and
Why?
I don't know. For a moment, I thought that he was an SOB, but then I realized no, he's just a different SOB, and
No,
I
so
was
you're
like,
saying, for a moment I thought he was the other, like an SOB I know, but then I realized I know he's another SOB.
I mean, and then I was like, okay, I mean, I'm not sure. So I messaged this person and I was like, hey, I'm not sure like why you said that. Like, do you want to just clear it up here on DMs? Ghosted me, and then so I posted this. Did she delete my comment? Oh, she deleted my comment. Well, that's that then. Maybe I can find the video.
What did you say? Is this a pro Islamic Republic account? Maybe it's a pro Islamic Republic.
No, it's like it's followed by you. It's followed by Vahid Online. Yeah, I don't know why.
I'm gonna go.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go online and follow her.
No, you don't have to do that. But I was just like,
No,
I
I
was just
would.
like, come on, like.
No, I'm gonna follow her. Let me hold on. What the hell?
And
Oh
then
yeah.
she reposts it and says that, well, you like, she was like, actually, I was being very kind to you because you attended a a game to support this team. And then I was like, okay, now that makes sense. That's why she thought that. So in fact, I am going to. Oh, there it is. Okay.
You were
Mr.
holding the
Bozo.
lion and sun flag. How did she think that you were supporting the team?
Here, we'll clear that up in just a second here. Why is this not refreshing? Why is the mobile and the online version different here? Here it is. Okay. So the person goes, exactly. This is the nicest thing like I could have told to you. Who goes to the cheer for the mullah's team while waving the sun and lion flag. I actually was very nice. And then I respond with this.
I was booing.
So every player, I booed every player. I booed all the national anthems and everything. And also, guys, I did not pay for the ticket. My friend got me a free ticket. And then expecting an apology, they come out and said this. So I don't know. Some people
does
you
it
just
say?
can't reason with
Wait.
them.
I can't. You did. I didn't actually read it. Go. What did it say? Oh my god! What? Put it in English for people to see. She's actually retarded. Were you cheering the opposing team or the mullah team? You like. Okay, she's actually retarded. I'm gonna unfollow
Some
her.
people you can't really reason with, but I just wish we would not. I mean, even if I showed up and with the lion and sun flag and I just cheered on the Islamic Republic team, I was still there with the Islamic Republic. So I was there with the. I was still there with the lion and sun flag, and it's probably better not to attack other Iranians at this point. But I get it. But I did boo, and I have receipts, and I was expecting an apology.
You know, guys, if any Iranians think that she's telling the truth, you're actually out of your mind because the Prince Reza Pahlavi told us to do exactly what Ali did. That's what Prince Reza Pahlavi told us. That was based on some people are saying like, oh, okay, I see her point. Fuck her point. We have a leader of the Lion and Sun Revolution. He specifically told us to go with the Lion and Sun flag in the stadium, outside the stadium. That was his specific orders. And if you don't know that, then fuck you, because you're supposed to, if you want to be a soldier in this fight, you need to be following the orders of our leader. He was very specific with that.
Yeah, that person was just probably not very smart, but it's all good.
Not very smart is too nice. She's actually retarded.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. I just don't want people to think that I was there supporting that team. I was not.
You were following.
So
Ali, you did a really good job following the orders of our Princess of Pahlavi, and you did it. We're proud of you. Thank you for going there. We appreciate you going there, taking the
no
time
problem.
to support to represent our voice. You were our voice there. We're so grateful that you took the time to go there and be our voice. We appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
You know, there was a lot of Belgian.
So in server,
Belgian
in server, you're saying you paid money in server. Do you not understand? These were the orders of Princess of Pahlavi. Do you not understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Like, are you as smart as that woman that we just highlighted? But go on.
Yeah, I mean,
guys, say thank you, Ali, in the chat. Everybody in the chat, thank you, Ali.
No, it's okay. Thank you. I'm going to defend my position, but I'm not going to do it for like
exactly what our leader told us to do. And anybody who doesn't get this is retarded. But yeah, go on. Ali.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I think it's people like Instagram who prefer the Islamic Republic flag up there, you know. But anyway, just kidding, Instagram. Haha. So, guys, it's time for the Telegram messages. So I went in yesterday when I was on the way back from the stadium, and I looked through the Telegram group, and I was looking for messages, and there were a ton. Like, people are really, really riled up in the Islamic Republic. So this is their group chat. These are regime supporters in a Telegram group chat that I have joined. And Oh, I'm sorry. Before that, also the Belgian fans around me were so confused why I was booing all of the Islamic Republic players, and they kept looking back, and I was like, guys, like that's not those are terrorists. Those are not our team. And they were like, we don't understand. Like,
the
I don't get
Belgian
it.
fans must have been very confused. They're like, we're supporting Belgium, and the people with the flag resembling the flag of the people who are playing a little bit, at least the colors are also supporting us. Like, what the hell is happening? They must have been very confused, right?
Yeah, exactly. So they were. I was like, no, you understand. They were like, why are you booing? And I was like, would you support the Nazi regime's soccer team? Like, would you support it? And they're like, no,
Right.
never. And I'm like, that's exactly what it's like. That's exactly what this is like. And they're like, oh, okay. So let's see what they say. Okay, so all these messages are in Farsi, so I go ahead and translate them so we can read them here. And this guy he kicked it off with his most important message.
So again,
And
for
he says-
context, for people who don't know, this is Fars News Agency Audience Club, which is a Telegram group for Fars News Agency, which is IRGC affiliated. And the people in this Telegram group, they are pro-regime. And Ali goes and finds the comments that will tell us what these people are thinking. Yeah, so go on, Ali.
In their free, like, these guys are such hardcore regime supporters that in their free time, or have been up till now, some of them, that they come in their free time to talk to other regime supporters about like the current news. This is like a forum for them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One guy kicks it off. So based off of Qalibov arriving in Switzerland to talk, this guy comes out and he's like, hey guys, I'm thinking about what Trump said when he said the regime changed. We didn't listen. Where is the supreme leader now? Why don't we see his picture? We don't hear his voice. Why doesn't he come and give a speech in front of the people? And Qalibov has practically taken over the government. Of course, there are several other people behind the scenes, but may God help us. I just hope the supreme leader is alive, because what is going to happen to us if he isn't is even worse than Reza Pahlavi.
Ooh, God. Oh no. Oh no.
Where's the supreme leader? Qalibov took over. What's going to happen to us now?
Wow. Wait, we're saying wow. Amazing.
And someone comes and responds to him. You want to see the response?
Yes, but send them these all to me, okay? This is
Okay.
good. Okay, yes, yeah.
So this is what they said, okay? I'll show you guys the response in just a second. I just sent it to you. The response to that is this. This guy comes in and he says, the regime in Iran has changed. A silent coup that will be completed over the next several years. New liberals have come to power. There are 3 scenarios regarding Mujtaba Khamenei. 1, he's dead and they're speaking on his behalf. 2, he's alive but under heavy pressure and officially can't do anything. Or 3,
Right.
he has not followed his father's path and wants to be liberal and build Iran and not worry about destroying Israel. What is clear is that the religious extremist system in Iran has gone away. Dear friends, salute the Islamic Republic of the suits.
Ali, who predicted that who predicted that this would happen exactly as
You did.
you just read it? Guys, for 5 years we have been saying this. 5 years we have been saying that this is exactly what's going to be happening. Line by line. The suits are taking over. The suits are taking over the turbans. So guys, we have to see if this is going to be a surrender period or a rebranding period of the Islamic Republic. I'm not going to go into detail, but this is what's happening. So it's either the surrender period or the rebranding period. But these people finally got convinced that a coup is happening, a coup that we saw happening 5 years ago, slowly moving to here, exactly here. We actually called it a coup 5 years ago, a slow-moving coup that we're getting to the final stages of it. And Ali, I mentioned these are the categories that they're going to come up with, right? Mujtaba has been taken hostage. He's in prison. We need to save him. Mujtaba is dead. Okay. Or fuck Mujtaba, he's in on this. That's some people are saying as well. But mostly Mujtaba is dead, or Mujtaba is being pressured to be silent or being taken prisoner.
Yeah, exactly. I went and checked, and I actually found a lot of messages like that. Like, these weren't the only people talking about it. So I just grabbed the two best ones, which was this person, these two messages, and I brought them here. But we have more and more. There were
Neil Bunny just gave me a message saying, Armin, I sent you an X that is really important regarding the lifting of sanctions. I think we played it. But let me just quickly check this out before we go to Aligram again. Ali, is this the play segment that you just played for us?
If the sanctions go out, money's going to be put into this country.
Oh, yeah.
Let me actually read the. So it's saying if the sanctions, Iran released financial resources will primarily be spent on purchasing food and medicine. Yep, we know that. We won't put this money at Iran's disposal to spend. Yeah, we played this. We won't put this money at Iran's disposal to spend on whatever it wants. These resources will be used to buy food and medicine for the people and large. Yep, we played that part.
Yeah, and then right after that, they asked him, what if the regime uses its oil money to build its military? And then Trump was like, well, they're not supposed to do that. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So we need to see if the United States will be able to monitor that. They have a lot of tools to monitor that, but will it be monitored and will it be enforced? So that's the question.
Yeah, it seems like Trump's trusting Scott Bessent with this one. So let's see how he performs here.
Scott Bessent is a very smart guy, so
he is a very smart guy.
So hopefully they will figure this out. We'll see.
Absolutely. So continuing on. Okay, so someone says, that's it. It was so easy to deal with all the blood of all those who were killed in the war by America and the Zionist regime. So all the regime, IRGC people who were killed in this 40-day war. He's talking about them. What is going to be the revenge for the blood of the martyred Imam, Ali Khamenei? What about the revenge of the dear generals, the nuclear scientists, the Minab children? So this guy is asking them.
Oh my God.
And this guy comes out and responds to him. Didn't you see his interview? He openly said it has nothing to do with us. God willing, the Imam of the time, the Mahdi, will come and take revenge and take everything. He sold out and surrendered to sit on a throne. This guy's talking about Ghalibaf. A few days ago.
So, wait. You guys see? Okay, guys, when Ghalibaf came out and said one day we would liberate Jerusalem, everybody was seeing the surface level of what he was saying. People were like, all the other analysts on Iranian affairs are going around and telling you, like, see, these motherfuckers are not going to change, which is true. It's true, but that is a surface level. I told Ali, didn't I say that my understanding here is that this is something deeper? He's not, because people are like, guys, Ghalibaf is negotiating the MOU and everything with President Trump. But look at this. He's saying we will liberate Jerusalem. Means that these people are still focused on invading Israel and their own jihadist terrorist Durka ways. And I was saying, of course, that is not, that is, you're not, but you have to look deeper to what he's saying. Of course, these people are not, that will always be part of their agenda. What you have to see is that Ghalib. Yeah.
And the things that you've said, this is what I keep in mind when I go in there. That's how I know it's significant. Because if it checks off what you were saying, I'm like, oh.
Yes, thank you. Because this confirms something deep. Because that analysis doesn't go in deep. This is the actual analysis that goes in deeper. What Ghalibaf was saying is that forget your fucking revenge. You fuckers, Shias, us Shias, we have been waiting for the revenge of Hussein for 1400 fucking years. So now, given that that's how long we've been waiting for Hussein's revenge, you could wait for Ali Khamenei's revenge for when Mahdi comes back. Just wait. Like, we're not going to get any fucking revenge from Ali Khamenei. Fuck all of that. We're done fighting. The Mahdi, when he comes back, he will liberate Jerusalem. That will be your revenge. So just sit tight, wait for the Mahdi to come back. That's when you will have your revenge. That is basically him saying, like, there is no revenge. Right? And these comments are like, did you hear what that fucker said? So these pro-regime people are saying, like, we wanted revenge, and Ghalibaf is telling us to wait for the Mahdi to come back.
This guy talking, he's
Yes.
he's higher up in the Durka scale in the regime.
Right. Yes. See, I knew I was reading that properly, and these pro-regime people are seeing it exactly like that.
Yep. So he sold out and surrendered to sit on the throne. A few days ago, he gave a speech saying, me, 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 and me. He didn't say a word of no. He kept saying, I'm doing this with the permission of the leader. I'm me, me, me. He doesn't even mention the Islamic government in Iran. And I remember when he was talking about, he said Iran, he called the Islamic Republic something else in Farsi. I don't know how to translate it. But then he said, Iran is an Islamic state and the Zionist regime is no longer there. It says Israel is a silent coup. So this guy is just basically calling out Ghalibaf for giving up the ideology just to become the number one of the regime and just saying, screw Islam, screw your ideology if it means that we get to hold power, which is, I mean, technically, you know, they're doing the right thing.
Can I see the Persian version of this?
Yeah,
Persian
it'll be a better
version.
translation.
So, by the way, guys, I'm going to brag just one more time. Sorry, let me just have this. Absolutely nobody else following this, what's happening in Iran, told you what Ghalibaf was really meaning when he said that. Okay? Everybody else was focusing on, like, oh, look, he's saying we're going to invade Jerusalem and liberate them. Okay? Nobody else following Iranian politics came and told you what he actually is saying, except here on this live. And this is why you're here, okay? So let me see. مگه مسابقه ندیدی؟ الان گفت ما ربطی نداشته. انشالله امام زمان میاد انتقام. He said, this is so much better in Persian. He said, like, guys, he officially said, it has nothing to do with us. Inshallah, Imam Zaman will do something about it. Let us go. همه چی فروخت تسلیم تسلیم شد به تخت سلطنت بشینه. Okay, yeah, he sold everything. So Ghalibaf sold everything so he could sit on the throne. چند روز قبل هم سخنرانی کرد که همش من کرد. یه کلمه نگفت که به اذن رهبری. Like, yep, he's basically, like, in his speech, he's saying me. He never said, like, not a single time he says based on the, like, the will of the supreme leader. This, because it's common, guys, it's common to say, like, when you're a politician in the Islamic Republic, you know how sometimes people say inshallah, they say be'izn rahbari, like based on the will of the supreme leader. It's a common thing to say. He said, they're saying Ghalibaf has forgotten those, that he's not doing that anymore. He's just saying me, like he's in charge. Yeah, he's saying I did this, I did that, and he's not talking about Islamic governance. حکومت اسلامی نمیدونه، میگه ایران اسلامی. So he's not saying Islamic government, he's saying Islamic Iran rather than like a Islamic governance in Iran. Araqchi هم که دیگه رژیم صهیونی. Oh, Araqchi is also so guys, Araqchi, because in Iran you're not supposed to say Israel. In the Islamic Republic, these people don't say Israel. They always say Zionist regime. But Araghchi has now stopped saying that, and he just says Israel. A silent coup is taking place, and it's over. It's all. He's saying it's all over. I have news for this guy. The coup has started years ago. The coup that you're now experiencing now, it started years ago. And guys, we mentioned 5 years ago that we're in the middle of a coup, and we predicted this. And now these people are finally, people within the regime are seeing it as well. This is great. Okay. You're muted.
So with all the supreme leader talk here, other people, I was like, okay, are other people criticizing the supreme leader, or other people criticizing Ghalibaf related to the supreme leader? Yes. With all these signs that we have, this is another person, Enayat. With all these signs that we have, we see that, God forbid we make a mistake. But Mr. Ghalibaf, how do you consider yourself to be the number one, the guardian, when you do not accept the leader's opinion? Like, why are you negotiating with them if the leader's opinion was, hey, I didn't want to talk to them, but Pezeshkian said so?
Yeah.
They're using their brain cells, ladies and gentlemen. They're like, hey, if the supreme leader said he didn't want to agree to this MOU, why are you being so enthusiastic?
So it's very clear to these people that that the will of the supreme leader doesn't mean shit. What Ghalibaf wants right now, Ghalibaf gets. That's what they're noticing.
Yeah. Yep. And we got 2 more here.
It is technically a coup, though. They're right about it.
Oh, yeah.
You go on.
Mohammadi comes and says, the situation and circumstances in Iran have changed since a long time ago. The power is no longer in the hands of the supreme leadership and the IRGC. This is entirely in the interests of the people. With the leadership, the supreme leadership, no longer having power, the country's economy is going to slowly recover. And these IRGCs can no longer build missiles or enrich uranium, and the country will get better.
Wait, who is this? Is this a pro-regime person?
Yeah, this is a pro-regime person. Yeah.
Wait, can I see the Persian version?
Yeah,
Make
of course.
sure I get this right. این دار. سشاره وضعیت ایران خیلی وقت تغییر کرده. Okay, the situation in Iran has changed a lot. The supreme leader and the IRGC doesn't have control anymore. And this is good for the people. Because without the power of the supreme leader, the economy will recover. I think this guy's a reformist. And then و دیگه این سپاهیا موشک نمیتونن بسازن. And it's good. This guy is celebrating that the IRGC will not be able to build missiles anymore. Wow, guys, a reformist managed to sneak in. Right? This guy is happy that the IRGC will not be able to build missiles anymore, and they will not be able to enrich uranium anymore, and the country is going to get better. So, guys, these are a new breed. Like Ali, you know how we're in the wild and we're looking at different breeds? This is the 5th breed that we haven't seen for a while. These people have been in hiding. A rare sighting of a so-called reformer. So, guys, we have been talking about 4 breeds of regime supporters, but we have been ignoring the 5th one, and now we're saying the 5th one. So, your IRGC, Paidari, pro Ghalibaf, or pro what am I call it? Supreme leadership, right? This guy is none of that. This guy is not like us, which is anti-regime. He wants the Islamic Republic to survive, but for it to get better, you know. So no, these people are anti-Pahlavi, anti-toppling the regime, but they're also anti-IRGC and anti-supreme leader. They just want the Islamic Republic to survive and just get better under the Islamic Republic. So this guy is happy that, yay, IRGC no longer in power, supreme leader no longer in power. Maybe the economy will start flourishing and open up. So, and yeah, this guy's a bit lost. These people have been losing relevancy for a while. And maybe, you know, Ali, you know how I told everybody that the reformers are sidelined, but don't ignore them. They will have a comeback. I think if we actually see the IRGC fall and everything, these people will start showing themselves again and start talking. So it's interesting. We're seeing them come back.
I thought that this is the perfect opportunity for the reformers to latch onto and start being like,
Yes.
oh, the IRGC losing power, the supreme leadership losing power. Let's just support that for a second until they weaken, and then we come out and say, yes, this is what we've been saying for decades.
This is the
We, the
reform that we're
reformers.
saying.
Yeah.
No toppling needed. Things are gonna get better. And we hate them the
So-
most, by the way. These are these are the people that we hate the most.
Yeah. Because they're trickier.
Yes. Yes. They're like,
Um,
yay, no hijab, fuck IRGC, like no to IRGC, no to supreme leadership in charge. And like, oh, you want the toppling of the regime? Like, no, fuck that. Let's just improve the Islamic Republic. I'm like, oh, okay, fuck you. So that's that.
So yeah, and then I saw a lot more people talk about that too. And then I saw this. This guy comes out and says, Ghalibaf has taken over everything. Mujtaba has been martyred, been killed. They don't tell us that to use his name and tradition. This is betrayal. This is betrayal itself. And this guy comes out, and this guy who, oh my God, I need to show you his profile picture, is the best thing. Is the best thing. This is his profile picture.
Oh my God, Arakshi. US wheat and soybeans. Oh, that's good. Arakshi on his way back from the plane, holding US wheat and soybeans on his back.
And so this guy comes
that's
out, okay, with this profile
Oh my
picture.
God. So, guys, for people who don't know, the Americans are giving, like, allowing the Islamic Republic to make money, but they could only spend it on American wheat and soybeans. So that's his profile picture. Okay, what
So
does he
this
say?
this guy comes out, and to the response of Ghalibaf took over everything, Mujtaba was dead, and they're using him. And he's like, this is exactly what this carpet weaver did, what Ghalibaf did. He even closed the virtual parliament system, and representatives can't petition or impeach anyone. So the parliament has been closed for over 100 days in the Islamic Republic of Iran. The person who
Yes.
closed the parliament is Ghalibaf. No one can come and have petitions and vote to have Ghalibaf be put aside or someone else to come. Nothing. Ghalibaf is the man right now. He's gaining traction, and he's not letting anyone else get in the way of it.
So, guys, carpet weaver, he didn't say carpet weaver. Ghalibaf means carpet weaver. And AI, when Ali translates it, show the original. So, yeah, just the original just says Ghalibaf, right? Yeah, so the original just says Ghalibaf, but AI thinks that AI is too stupid to understand that that's just the name of a person, not carpet weaver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are the alligrams. People are getting, but generally, guys, you can feel that people are getting more and more frustrated with the regime itself.
Yeah. Ali, send those to me. Those are so good. Those are so telling. Also, guys, AI translates some Pezeshkian. Pezeshkian is sometimes Pezeshk means doctor. So AI usually translates Pezeshkian's names to doctors. I'm like, oh my God, how do you not know this is someone's name? Anyways, let me do the super chats. Van Dyveld, thank you so much for the super chat, saying I've been doing bench press and bicep. Oh, good job. I should go to Ashura to meet Iran girls. Say Javed Shah, and identify as trans-Iranian. Okay. Yes, go to Ashura, show off those muscles, and then once you get some girls get close to you, just shout Javed Shah and see what happens. Trans-Iranian. Yeah, that would work. I think you're going to be very successful with that method. And thank you. And Fleshy Interloper with the super chat saying, I was cheering Belgium. The Iranian people were cheering Belgium as well. Yeah, exactly. Yes. And then Fleshy Interloper saying, go on. You were saying something?
No, I was just laughing.
Yeah. Fleshy Interloper was saying, I love this. I think he was referring to the part where you were booing, you were showing yourself booing the Islamic Republic team. Oh, Ali, you start this. The next one, did you start?
Which one is it?
From Soapbox.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Soapbox was asking us, remind us how and what FIFA's justification is for confiscating anybody's flag. Explain, please. They don't have one. They just said, oh, it's not the Islamic Republic's flag, so it's not their current flag. You can't bring it up. But in reality, their justification is, we got money. The Islamic Republic gave us money, so don't raise that flag. That's what they're saying.
Yeah. And Flesh Interloper with the super chat saying, Aligram is great. Yes, my favorite part. Every time he says that, every time it's Aligram time, I'm like, ooh, Ali, send me these links. Ali, I go show this on the Persian show, right?
What do they think?
Guys, they love it, and I give you credit every time. And guys, Ali is so good at research that my research team on the Persian side haven't seen these. These are nobody has seen. These are only Ali goes and hunt these down, and even the people on the Persian channel, which are a lot more aware of what's ever happening, they haven't seen this. That's how. So you guys are seeing stuff that even Iranian people who follow politics, most of them have not seen. That's how good Aligram is.
Yeah. I got no life. This is my life.
no, but well, I mean, your life is fighting for the Iranian people and against the regime. And then Justin, thank you so much for the super chat saying, Armin, is there any chance that Ghalibaf, Arakchi, and Pezeshkian, etc., have actually agreed with the Trump administration to run a coup and weed out all the turbans, boots, and streets? Yeah, I mean, but because, well, I mean, not Arakchi and Pezeshkian, because Arakchi and Pezeshkian are just not that. They don't determine things, but Ghalibaf does. Ghalibaf is the main decision maker, and Pezeshkian and Arakchi are on the right, with him. Pezeshkian wants things to settle down, and they can't, so it's true, they do want it, but Ghalibaf is the main person that gets to agree or disagree, and Ghalibaf is going with that. Ghalibaf, Justin, this is what I've been saying for all this time. That President Trump is using Ghalibaf against IRGC and the Supreme Leadership and the Party camp, and is being very successful in that regards, at least. I'm not saying everything he's doing is working, but this is working. And Ghalibaf is doing this mostly for two reasons. First, not because Ghalibaf is a good person, or Ghalibaf is doing this for two reasons. Ghalibaf thinks that if we go back to military operations, he will fucking die, just like Shamkhani and Larijani, and he's fucking terrified of that. One. Two, Ghalibaf has forever, you guys are only following this now. We have been following the Islamic Republic politics for years. This has always been his admission to be number one within the Islamic Republic. He's such a power-hungry guy, and he has been making moves for years to eventually be the main guy in charge within the Islamic Republic.
Armin, he started this off in the Iran-Iraq War. His brother was martyred in the Iran-Iraq War, and he rode that wave as hard as he could by saying, my brother was martyred, I fought, I've suffered, this and that, to gain power and notoriety. And then he came out, he became the leader of the police force, he became an IRGC general, bragging about, I've thrown students off of rooftops, broken their legs, killed them, beat them, this and that, to stop the student protests. This guy has been, he would use and say anything and everything to get power. He's completely corrupt. He's been accused of corruption countless times. There's nothing that he wouldn't say or do to get power. He is a complete weasel.
Yeah, and he only cares about his own interest. He's not motivated by Islam. He uses Islam. He's not even motivated by anti-Americanism, anti-Israel. He doesn't give a shit about anything other than absolute power and absolute control. And if Iran, like for a lot of these people, this whole anti-American, anti-Israeli Islam shit is a weapon. It's not the actual goal; it's the weapon. Like I think Ghalibaf is willing to change as many colors and as many, he's a chameleon. Like he could be whatever you need him to be, as long as he gets what he needs. Yeah. All right, let's go to the next super chat. Thank you, Justin. Okay, so Shauna with a super chat. Thank you so much, Shauna, saying, from my feed, the majority of MAGA are turning their criticism of the MOU. Ooh, Ali, look at this. Is interesting. The majority of MAGA are turning their criticism of the MOU and other things they don't like about Iran war on Vance. Rubio stock is rising, and he is in the background. Ooh, I hope you're right. Is there a poly market thing on this exactly? Do we have a poly market? Vance, let me see. Vance versus Rubio poly market.
Yeah, I hope that's true. It's hard to tell until
That
the
is
midterms, really. But
well,
Vance
not
is the
the
face.
midterms, like presidential, Republican presidential nominee. That is in 2 years.
I'm thinking during the midterms we get a lot more debates. Maybe
Oh.
people start talking about it more.
I don't know. Here, let me see. Okay. So here, let me share this screen. Let's see. Let's get this pumping up. Okay. So what do we have here? Let me break this. So this is so JD Vance is the light blue, and Rubio is the dark blue. Okay, so right now Vance is ahead of Rubio for the Republican presidential nominee. Okay, and but we're seeing a steady fall. Okay, we're seeing a steady fall. Let me see if we go to 1 month. 1 month we started at 34 and we're at 37. So in the past 1 month, it actually has increased. But overall, long term, you can see JD Vance is coming down and Rubio is going up. Long term. Tucker Carlson is there at 6%. Jesus Christ.
He's gonna have some trouble.
What do you
getting out
guys?
of prison.
Yeah, but let's pump it.
Oh wow!
So, wait! Before we go to your next thing, I also want to show this. This is the overall presidential and election winner 2028. Vance has the highest chance right now. Okay, so when it comes to the Republican nominee, Vance is at 36% and Rubio is at 22%. When it comes to presidential election winner overall in 2028, Vance is at 20%, Gavin Newsom is at 15%, and Marco Rubio is at 15%. Okay. What do you? But thank you, Shauna. Thank you for the super chat. Hopefully, what you're seeing will have a real effect on these on the poly market. Okay, but go on. What is it? What did you see?
Okay, so Said Ghassanejad has talked about the oil in a couple of posts. So we'll show you guys this so we get a clear understanding of the money situation. How much money is the regime going to get? What's going on with it? Okay, he said that, so you're right. So Iran, the Islamic Republic, has exported 36 million barrels of oil in the last 7 days. There's also an equal amount still in the Persian Gulf. So both you're right, Texas Troop, you're also right. And this is between $2.5 to $3 billion in revenue. I thought it was more like 4 to 5. So $2 to $3 billion of the oil that they just sold in this last week. That's how much they're getting. Now it's going to be repatriated in USD, according to this license. And then I estimate over 2 months, the export will be around 2.5 to 3 million barrels per day. It might even go to 3.5. So that's that. And then he also reposted this right after saying that. Okay, so the billions upfront that the regime is getting is coming from oil and petrochemical sales, which are now allowed to go straight to Tehran in US dollar transactions, no escrow. The license that they just got related to these transactions lets them do that. Several laws prohibit these transactions, though no statutorily required waivers have been sent yet. We also lack clarity on past sales for which money is owed, like China, which could add on extra billions. So they're saying that although this is a bit murky in terms of like what the waivers have been sent and whatnot, China actually still owes the Islamic Republic for billions more. So they could be getting more billions than we're actually seeing from past orders. Here's the thing. Iran is to submit invoices for payments, which we can approve or disapprove. This is what Trump's talking about. He's saying under Biden, invoices were accepted for a wide variety of reasons, like humanitarian purchases, whatever. Trump wants that these waivers to be accepted for agricultural purposes. Purchases for U.S. agriculture would come from these accounts, although it's not clear if that's the only thing they're allowed to purchase or if they're among the things. So that's what Trump's trying to do. The Islamic Republic sells their oil, and then that money that is supposed to go to Tehran is sent via invoice to the United States of America. Then the United States
So they're
of
not
America
even going to get the
approves-
money. So they're not even going to get the money. They just get
So this person is saying that's unclear. He's saying that's unclear.
That would
But
be
he's
good.
saying
That
that-
would be good if
Yeah.
they're not getting any of the money. And when you sell the oil, instead of the Islamic Republic gets paid for it, they just get an invoice, no money to go to the Americans with. That would be good. That means no money is being released to them. That's
Yeah.
amazing if
So
that's
that's what Saïd Assange just reposted. So yeah, guys, did you catch that? The Islamic Republic sells oil. The money that they get from it doesn't directly go to them, so they can spend it on whatever the hell they want to. The money is sent in an invoice. So basically, the Islamic Republic sends a little piece of paper saying, "Hey, we sold this much oil, and we're supposed to get $2 billion." They send this piece of paper to the United States. Trump looks at it and goes, "Okay." And then the Islamic Republic, and then they're like, "Okay, Islamic Republic, you're supposed to get $2 billion for the oil that you sold. You can spend it on soybeans, barley, wheat, food, whatever we tell you that you can spend it on." That is the whole idea of this. Now let's see if that actually is implemented in action.
So
Right
yeah, Nail Bunny is summarizing it very well. It's basically food stamps. That's the getting food.
Yes. Yes.
And
And
guys,
then he
this is
said-
going to be really great for the American farmers. Ooh, but it will also increase food prices in the US.
Oh,
But
yeah.
if but food prices being increased because of demand from the Islamic Republic might be offset by the oil prices going down. So the so more demand for American food has an inflationary effect, but oil prices going down have a deflationary effect.
Yeah. And if anyone didn't understand what we just said, it's like when you were a kid and it's your birthday and your uncle just gave you $50, but you don't get to have that $50. Your mom's like, "Hey, let me keep that for you." Okay? So your mom keeps on to the $50 that you got for your birthday and then tells you what you can spend that $50 on. You don't have freedom to spend your money on whatever you want.
Here's a good counterpoint by Flying Robot Duck. What if they just sell once they get the food? So you're like, "We're not going to give you money. We give you food." I'm like, "Okay, thank you for the food. And now we just sell the food instead of giving it to the Iranian people. We sell the food and get the money and then buy missiles and support Hezbollah.
Do you want to take this one or should I?
No, go ahead.
I'm not sure who would be willing to spend billions to buy soybeans and food products from the Islamic Republic when they can just directly buy it from America or the other countries.
Well,
but let's just say they
anybody-
did.
Well, here's the thing. No, Ali, here's what you could do. So I could give you a discount because here's the thing. I was already selling my oil at a discount with sanctions, right? So now I'm getting full price for my oil. Buy the food from United States. If I really need money to support Hezbollah and build missiles and drones, then yeah, I sell it at a discount. So you will come buy it from me because it's, 90% of how much it would have been if you just bought it directly from the Americans.
That's okay. They can do that. they can sell it like a 40-50% discount. I mean, their oil money is just going to waste.
No, 40%. If you give it a 10% discount, people will be lining up to buy it from you.
Oh, you think so? That much?
Oh my God, of course. That
Oh.
for big buyers, that would be saving them millions and millions and millions of dollars just with a 10% discount.
Yeah, I guess that's why Trump said they're not supposed to do that. How can we stop that?
It's easy.
Is there a way? Scott Bessa, are you watching?
Yeah. Scotty B, watch these fuckers. I don't know. Yes. They're going to try to do, how we have money laundry? These people are going to do soy and wheat laundry. They're going to, if you watch them, like, don't you dare sell that. They're going to move trucks with soy and wheat. They're going to mix their wheat with someone else's wheat. They're going to do soy and wheat laundry.
That's the next question that people are going to ask Trump. They're going to be like, well, what's to stop them from selling the stuff that you sell them? So that's what you just said is exactly the person who just asked that question.
Yeah, the prediction would be inside Iran. We're like, hey, they got American wheat and soy, and we didn't get any of it. It's not here. The prices are still fucking high. So where is it?
That'd be the best thing for the reformers.
So Texas Troop, and you're saying OFAC has system outside of Swiss to watch money. Yeah, but they don't have to. But this is not money. Okay, so even if you, first of all, there is no money being exchanged here, Texas. They're not giving any money to the Islamic Republic to watch the money. They're giving the Islamic Republic food stamps to go buy food from the United States. So they're not getting any money. And then when they get the food from the United States, then the Islamic Republic could sell the food. Or here's the thing, Ali, how about we don't even sell the food? We'll just give the food to Hezbollah so that they could sell it in Lebanon and make money off of that. So imagine if the Islamic Republic gets wheat and soy, like, okay, great. Here, Hezbollah, here's wheat and soy, sell it internally in Lebanon, and then fundraise for your missiles to Israel like that. I'll just give the wheat and soy to Hezbollah. So even if you're watching the money, well, I'm pretty sure, Scotty B could watch all these transactions, but that's soy and bean. I'm pretty sure OFAC is not tracking soy and bean shipments. Yeah.
Well, they will if they sold them to Islamic Republic. But here's the thing, guys, how bad would that look for the United States that you gave the Islamic Republic?
Watch for a lot of Ali. Watch for a lot of wheat and other food just from U.S. wheat in Lebanon. If that happens, we're like, okay, Hezbollah
that would be so bad.
Ali, you know what? Ali, what this reminds me of? Guys, what does this remind you of? Food aid to Gaza, Hamas takes it, sells it, and uses it to pay for weapons. Food aid to Gaza, Hamas takes the food aid instead of giving it to the people in Gaza, sells it triple the price to the people in Gaza, uses that money to attack Israel. This could be that.
How bad would that look? Yeah, that would look really bad. maybe how bad it would look would be a deterrence because the United States will crack down on them. So I don't know. What's to stop them from doing that? Nothing.
I think President Trump could, like, if you ask them, like, okay, if you find out that we're gonna do that, we're gonna bomb the shit out of them back to the Stone Ages, maybe something like that. But then it's
Yeah, that's
like,
what
then
he's
the
gonna say.
question would be like, what are you? What are you? Like, yeah.
Yep. Well, he can't because then it would kind of derail the talks, wouldn't it? So, Cyrus Angel is talking about this deal. And I just read this and makes an excellent point, and I'll give you guys the point. The administration, the US administration, wants to open the strait, but it knows that it's not a good deal. But it thinks that the alternative, meaning that the strait is closed, or the US being forced to open the strait with military force, is worse than this deal that they're making right now. It's very unlikely that the regime's actions can derail the interim deal at this point. He means that whatever the regime does, they will still carry on with this deal. The US will still do this deal because it wants the strait open that bad. The regime knows this. The regime knows that America will do anything. They'll turn a blind eye, look the other way to whatever the regime does at the moment. And so they're going to maximize, the regime is going to maximize their gains. The real issue is over the comprehensive deal, the final deal, the nuclear issue. If this is going to keep on continuing, the Americans look the other way, the regime keeps on maximizing its gains during this period, then during the next period, when they have to negotiate the nuclear issue, the comprehensive deal, well, the Islamic Republic just got leverage. They got all this leverage. So by design, the final deal is going to be worse if we keep going like this. The Americans will have less leverage if this is continuing. The comprehensive deal will most likely not be better than the JCPOA, and the regime will get a patient pathway to the bomb if we continue like this.
Yeah.
So,
That's a good
all right.
point.
Well, with that, let's finish off the super chats.
Okay.
Let's see here. All right. We got Nail Bunny saying, sorry, I posted 7 minutes ago on Iran International, so I thought you guys couldn't have seen it. I was getting ready for bed and missed it. It's late here and I'm thick. No, don't apologize.
No, what the hell? Nail Bunny, are you still here? You're always very helpful. Don't say that.
And Fleshy Interloper saying, what is Ghalibaf's polling numbers? They won't even want that. I don't think Ghalibaf himself would want for people to start
polling
having
numbers, like in Iran, -5%. So,
but if Ghalibaf was in charge, it would be like 90%.
So, polling numbers, as in the support from the Iranian people.
I mean, they never considered the Iranian people as people, so let's just say regime supporters.
So, okay, so I think his polling numbers are between 20 to 25 people, not percent, individual people. Okay.
I was going to say that's very generous.
Right. So yeah, Ghalibaf's polling numbers in Iran is something between 20 to 25, not percent, individual people that you could count.
Yeah, like his family.
Right. Yes. Exactly. Okay.
Thanks, Fleshy Interloper. And oh, who's that? Look at that profile picture.
Oh wow! Yeah, I saw this in the previous chat. Look at that! I look so good. I look so good.
Yeah.
I have a suit.
Should we wear suits?
Ooh, I didn't like suits until your shadow. This account put me in a suit. I'm like, holy fuck, that guy looks good. I'm like, I want to look like that now. So I'm gonna try it. Yeah, maybe.
Okay, yeah, let me
That
know, and
looks
then we
pretty
can
badass.
just wear
Yeah,
suits.
yeah. Okay. I'm gonna
Um,
do.
your shadow is saying Persian cat from PWI long time ago. If you ever see this message, I understand and thank you. You opened my curiosity about the bond of Iran and Israel, and now I understand why you couldn't risk it to go to details. What's PWI?
So I think we don't. I think this is not meant for you and me. I think this is out in the world. So in case she sees that, this is a message not for you and me, Ali. This is a message from somebody else, for somebody else. That
Well,
is.
Persian
This
cat,
is
if
the
you ever
way
see
that.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hope they see
Okay.
it.
Hopefully they see it. That's a beautiful message.
And Amy saying YouTube won't let me super chat ? No, it went through. You did it.
You went through.
And then I think they also asked me in chat right now, Ali, can you show video from Iran International English here on your show? Yeah, which one? Let me know. And Fleshy Interloper saying 10. Oh,
10.
10.
We got
What should I
confetti
do?
because of this. No, that was the 10 super chat. That was
What should I do
that's
with
the confetti move.
the goal has been reached? And then
Yes.
do we do anything for you guys? You guys decide. Within
Oh my
reason.
god! Wait, shh! Don't give them ideas. Then I have to
Thanks,
do
Fleshy.
something every time we reach 10. Like, no. We get no, guys. We get confetti. With 10, we get confetti. Okay, Ali, stop giving them ideas.
Maybe I'll do something. I don't know.
Okay, fine.
And Tractor saying, I'm really scared of Islah Talabo. Now,
Yes.
now worried.
Yes,
What do you
they're the
think?
worst. The reformers. This is the reformers. This is, yeah. I think they're the most dangerous part of the regime if they make a comeback, and they might have a comeback. We have to look out for that. If the IRGC and supreme leadership are effectively pushed back, and then all of a sudden the space opens for the reformers to come in and become a bigger deal within the Islamic Republic, this is truly what we call the final stages of Pustandazi, which means the rebranding of the Islamic Republic, and we have now fully entered the Third Republic, and that would be the most damaging to situation for toppling the Islamic Republic. Like it could give life to the Islamic Republic for many, many more decades if they're successful at that. So I see it's
Exactly.
justified. Your fear is justified. Yeah.
Yeah. And to the outside world, they would look very much like moderates and reasonable people.
Yeah. And we the people who are for toppling the Islamic Republic, we will lose so much support. We will lose so much support because a lot of people will look at the Islamic Republic and we're like, this is not that bad. Things have improved. So that all the calls for regime change, a lot of it would die out.
And David Jones here saying, I effed up the last super chat, lol. Have you guys read the reports about a lot more tankers passing Hormuz by turning off their AIS transponders? I did, but it's hard to say how many they are. If it's in the, if it's less than 10, more than 10, I don't know.
Yeah, but Ali and Flesh Interloper have been keeping a track on that. So yes.
Yeah, and Texas Troop. Everyone's been keeping an eye. This is the big question. We might hear another Project Freedom thing where they're like, "Oh, yep, I'll check the Chinese satellites again. Let's see what they're saying."
Yeah.
And Sarah Ocean saying, "Ali, we missed you, but Armin kept us in check. Glad to have you back, bro. Let's not lose sight of the goal line. We must keep fighting. Javid Shah." Always encouraging.
What encouraging and Sarah, to be honest with Ali, people in the chat were like, Armin, what did you do with Ali? Where's Ali? Where's Ali? I'm like, I promise he's coming back. Get off my back. Right, but yeah.
I'm back.
But yeah, people missed you, Ali. People were like, what the fuck? Why are you Armin? Yes.
Thank you guys. Yeah, I was checking. Like when I could, I would check. Yeah. and then I went
Thank
ahead
you.
and prepared. Just give you guys updates on everything. So, yeah, this is like the highlight of my day every day,
Oh,
which it's been over a month now. It's been we started streaming like early May, and then yeah, it's been like a month and a week or so. Dang it! But I did miss a day. Now I can't be like, oh, we did it every single day. Thank you, Sarah.
no, that's okay.
Really kind.
Can't go on every single day.
True. And Justin Lefevre saying, do you think they've made deals with Trump to spare them and give them lesser sentences to cooperate in the coup? I don't think so. I think it's more of a, hey, you can be the figure of the Islamic Republic in the meantime while we lower the price of oil. Like, help us lower the price of oil. You, Ghalibaf, do whatever you need to do internally to keep power for now, and that's it.
And so these are second part to help the Lion and Sun Revolution. So I don't think so, Justin, because these people, Ghalibaf, Araghchi, they all know that if the Lion and Sun Revolution is successful, the Iranian people will come out like there's a high chance that the Iranian people would reach them before we get to sentencing. Like there's a very, very this is a very, very risky approach, right? I think that the deal with Trump right now is for Trump not to kill them, or and also tell the Israelis not to kill them. That's the deal. Like, you do this, or else I will go to military operations and you die, right? So when somebody has a gun on your head, there's not that much room for negotiation. So Justin, I think that they're thinking more immediate term than long term. When somebody is short term in danger, it's hard for them to make long term plans like that. And I think Ghalibah thinks that they're more immediately in danger. They're just trying to survive the next 48 hours.
Agreed. And then Texas Troop.
Yeah, Texas. I start this. Texas Troop was saying, "Is there anything you and Ali would like me to track specifically? I would like tracking of the internal politics of the U.S. with regards to the Iran situation. So the infighting, the disagreements, who has the upper hand. If that could be tracked, that would be great. Yes, if possible. Yeah, thank you.
And then last thing before we go, do you know who remember Hemmati, right? The head of like the banks in Iran?
Yeah, Hemmati, central
so
bank.
He came out today.
Was a reformer.
And he said today, based on the signed notes, there is no obligation to purchase agricultural inputs from the US. If the quality of American goods are more suitable compared to other countries, there's no problem with purchasing from America. But in principle, in recent year, the agricultural jihad's purchases have been through large American and European countries. He's just saying we don't have to buy from America if we don't want to.
Okay.
Interesting. That's the head of the central bank of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Said that today.
So that's just them trying to sell this internally right now within Iran to the Islamic Republic followers.
That sounds so weak.
We'll see. If them look at this, guys, the head of the bank of the Islamic Republic is saying, like, we might buy American food if it's good quality. We'll check. Fuck these guys. Fuck these guys, right? Look at them. They just, after like their supreme leader dead and them going bankrupt, like they're starving. These fuckers are starving, right? Like the Islamic regime has been suffocating. They need every single $1 billion. They're so desperate for cash. And now they're getting some breathing room and they're like, we'll see what's on the menu. I don't know. Well, I don't know. We'll check. Well, you guys know we only go for the best quality, food. So I, so, so
This is what
picky.
happens. This is what happens when you have idiots who they're not actually intelligent. They're not actually educated. They've gotten a lot of these positions through merit. A lot of these positions are given through merit. That's why the Islamic Republic's management from 1979 to now has just gone down. There's no merit. You don't do it because you deserve it. They just get it because they know a guy and they should get it.
Oh my god. President Trump should make a Truth Social post like, we're gonna give you all the vouchers, and you could only buy American pork meat with it. That should be the only food that you could get we're gonna give you. You could sell your oil. You could get the money. We won't get the money. You get like food stamps, and with those food stamps, you come to the U.S. and the only thing available is pork meat. That's what he should post.
It's the only approved food.
Yeah.
And last super chat from Sarah Yu saying, at Tay Logan, who is a U.S. pilot and in our chat, I wanted to thank her for her service. Oh, thank you, Tay Logan.
Oh
Appreciate
wow!
you.
Thank you. I didn't know that. Thank you so much for your service.
Thank you.
And that's so sweet. You did a super chat to thank somebody in the chat. That's so touching. Thank you.
Man, imagine in-server would never do that. Thanks, Sarah. You're so kind.
Wow.
All the Sarahs in this chat are so kind. Sarah Ocean, Sarah Yu,
Yes.
very kind people.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
Tay
God.
Logan
Ouch.
comes out and says, "US, thank you."
Thank you. Hugs. All right, guys, that was us. Ali, that was fantastic. The information that you found for us, 10 out of 10. Ali
you.
Graham section, 100%. Everything else.
Again,
I
always
learned,
just
guys.
trying to piggyback.
Guys, let me tell you how good Ali is. Okay, I have been doing this for 20 years, and I come here every single time, and Ali educates me about Iran stuff for 2 hours, and I leave this live stream learning so much because of what Ali has gathered for us. That's how good Ali is, and he only just got started doing this.
And I learned for months and months watching Armin in his stream on Iran Revolution Live, going to every single day of his school discussions, which you guys should join. So if you guys didn't know, we have a school group, which is a website where we have group discussions every day. And every single day, there are segments that you can join. You can come ask your questions directly to Armin, directly to me. And yeah, we'll respond. And basically, it's just like a smaller community. Like this is the larger community in the live stream. In the school, you have more time to ask like direct questions to us. Make sure you get your question in. And yeah, and here it is. So the link is in the description, or if there's that QR code on the top left of our screen, you can scan that or click on the link, and there you go. You get in, sign up, click calendar, pick a spot.
We get one of these group calls where we talk. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys, that was us, and we'll see you again same time tomorrow. And until then, I'm Israel Chai, Slava Ukrainian, Cuba Libre, Long live America.
Long live America.
Yep.
Javicha.
Payende.
Iran.
See you guys.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.